What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rapping R&B with Ray. It's your boy Uncle Ray, and I got my boy Cash, the artist, in the building. Man, what's good with it?
Yo, what's happening, my brother?
My man, so smooth, man. Go on, let the people know who you are, man. That don't know, talk about your lane, and then we're gonna get into this conversation.
Hey, cool. Like you said in the beginning, my name is KashTheArtist. I'm from Pike County, Mississippi. Um, I like to sing, man. Singing is just something I enjoy doing. The process of making it, the process of just doing it. Not to just sound repetitive. I just like to sing.
No, for sure, man. So when I first heard Cash, I'm like, all right, I seen him. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
seen him first. I'm like, okay, man, what vibes we got on here, man?
Mm-hmm.
That boy started serenading, man. Okay, so the R&B lane, man, it's people not in it like we used to be. So like, what made you want to get into the R&B style? I know you like to sing, but it's a lot of what's the trap soul that it's a lot of that going on with people that like to sing too. What made you really go into the R&B romantic relationship lane?
Well, okay, so I started off rapping, and in the midst of me doing it, it didn't feel like me because everybody been doing it. So it's like, okay, I decided to be different. And I have a heavily musically inclined family on my mom's side. So I just decided to take the talent that I knew I had and just make something out of it. So, yeah.
Okay. So after you made the transition, how was the first original response to you going from rapping to singing?
Surprisingly, it was great. I was still in high school. I had made a song called Take It Off. Yes, it was one of those types of songs. And I just started showing it to different people around the school, and I decided to post a trill on my page. And a lot of people was like, "Bro, I didn't know you could sing. Like, hey, this joint hit. Like, man, you need to send me this so I can, have my girl in the car and we vibe with it." And from that point on, it's just like, okay, we working with something.
Okay. So you started back in high school, man. So how long you been in it, and what have you taken from it so far?
Okay, so I've been making music seriously for 4 years now. Um, and so far, one of the main things I picked up from that is like once you find a passion, your circle gets smaller. And that's not to really just mess on anybody else that I've known for certain amounts of time. It's just like you ain't gonna the same amount of hands you shake ain't gonna match up to the amount of views you get to your stuff. You know what I'm
Okay, all right. So all right, back to the R&B. That's deep right there, man. You hit it,
saying?
they hit a trigger with that one.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about let's stick with that building rapport and fan base.
Mhm.
What has been the best thing that you've done so far to see results from in building your fan base?
Um, really just hearing people tell me that they haven't heard anything like this before. Like, of course, due to me being a singer, I'm gonna get compared to certain artists or like people from back in the '90s. But at the same time, it's like when people tell you like you have your own sound, a lot of people take that for granted because it's not really normal to hear that. A lot of people will tell you like, "Hey, man, I could hear so and so on this track. I can hear so and so on this." But when you hear somebody say like, "Man, this dude is like one of a kind," I mean, I don't hear it a lot, but the people that really take time to just listen to everything from top to bottom, they tell me that, and I take it in, and I just go from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just all a part of the process. So yeah,
Okay, so when you talk about listening from top to bottom,
right.
you got a range of songs.
Mm-hmm.
Some are missed opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Others are moving too fast in relationships.
Right.
So like, are you writing songs from your personal stories, or are you writing songs from stuff that just kind of come to you, or maybe you seen other people experience?
Uh, Majority personal experiences, most definitely. Because this might sound toxic, but I literally have to go through something in order for me to truly just make a real deal like track, like something I consider like some of my best work. And I have to kind of get out of that because like who wants to feel bad all the time? Nobody wants to be sad 24/7. Nobody wants to be hurting 24/7. But like some of my best work has come from me like being just getting out of a breakup from a situation, or just overall feeling something that people don't want to feel on a day-to-day basis. But it's also me. It's not me impersonating anyone. It's not me trying to copy off anyone. It's just what's going on in my mind at
Okay. So I gotta ask you then, what's going on with Vanessa?
the time. All right, so Vanessa was basically one of those tracks to where I heard the beat and it just gave me a illustration. So imagine yourself like in a function, right? Nice little cool function, nothing too wild, little kickback. Everybody got cups in their hands, enjoying themselves, and it's this nice, nice looking woman comes through the door. Like she catches your eye. Like of course, it's a bunch of other women within the vicinity, but it's just that one that you just cannot stop making eye contact with. And this is one of those events where everybody just vibing, dancing. So it's like when I said I like how you move, it was more so not even just like her dancing, just me seeing her walk and just seeing how she carries herself compared to everyone else within that area. So it's like it was more so I was crushing, and I just really was curious about what was going on with
Okay. I man, take that from real life to okay, okay.
that.
That was safe right there, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, coolio, man. So overall, like the state of R&B, man. Right now, what would you say your feelings of it as a whole?
Um, I feel like R&B has been put in a box, and I say that in the most humblest way. But the tough part about it, we've had our golden age already, and that kind of sets us back a little compared to hip hop. Even though a lot of people don't know R&B set the standard for hip hop, and that's why, or you know, I guess R&B, like I said, is just so crumbled up now because people don't really truly know the definition of it. You'll hear a Bryson Tiller or just somebody who had that trap soul sound, and that's no knock to the trap soul sound, but it's just it kind of took away from the authenticity of the genre. And with me, I feel like I'm at least trying to bring bits and pieces of that back. I don't want to overwhelm the community with it, but at the same time, I'm letting people know like this is what the state of this genre should be. Because it's kind of difficult to convince people that's been used to a certain genre for so long. Think about when you go to functions, you don't hear no new school being played. You hear Tevin Campbell, Keith Sweat, you know what I'm saying, New Edition, timeless tracks. And I was having a conversation with my man Kobe about that. We're trying to make something timeless with everything.
Mm.
It's not just something that's trending or just something that you hear on TikTok for 15 seconds. Like I'm really trying to create substance with everything that I'm bringing to the table.
Okay, so talk to me. You say people don't know the authentic R&B. What would you describe as the authentic R&B? Not like through artists, but in through sound. Like what's your definition of the authentic R&B era?
Okay, so before I even give you an outright definition, I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Okay.
If you play a Bryson Tiller song or a new school R&B artist song right now versus a Whitney Houston track, you can tell me that Whitney Houston track word for word, bar for bar, and you can tell me the parts where she put all her soul into it. And that's why I say the authenticity is kind of fading because no one is actually singing anymore. You hear people like Party Next Door get on stage, and like I said, I'm not trying to mess on anybody. I'm just telling the truth. You hear somebody like that get on stage, cut that auto tune off on their mic, somebody's getting exposed.
Mm.
Versus like I said back in the day, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, they get on stage, they kill it. And like I said, it's people nowadays that's bringing those sprinkles back, but it's not being put into the spotlight versus like toting switches around, shooting up somebody's grandmama's house. So it's like,
I follow you.
yeah,
The general authenticity, like you're not really singing from your
right,
heart. It's
right,
not. Yeah, it's different because when somebody can sing,
right.
they ain't just singing, but they can
Sing, yes,
sing.
yes, yes.
You get that chill in your neck, kind
Mm-hmm.
of down your back a
Right.
little.
A tear start to fall a little bit, you feeling it.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, I get you on that one, man. So in your music,
Mm-hmm.
I always something I always tell people that's in R&B is like when you make your song, when you hear it, you should think about a name or the person you should send it to some people that to listen to it. And like the best way to find out if it's a good song, be like, who did this make you think of?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you playing with feelings. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So when you record, what's the outlook that you look to have from people when they hear it?
Um, I just want people to be able to close their eyes and picture themselves in the situation that I'm talking about. Whether that's breaking up, whether that's getting with somebody, whether that's going through anything, infidelity, all that. I like to make people feel what I'm saying. I'm not just saying something on the beat just to make it sound good, because if that was the case, you know, I'd just be like everybody else around here. I don't feel like I'm like everybody else. And like I said, that's not the miss on anybody. I have to keep constantly saying that because, some people be like, oh, he's too cocky or he's feeling himself too much. It's just, no. I know my worth. And I feel like everybody should know their worth. But yeah, like I said, it's just a matter of relating to people in different situations. That's why I always try to make different tracks for different situations.
I like it. I like it. So in your artistry, what steps do you take in putting a song together? Like, what's your studio approach?
Okay. A lot of people don't know this, but I don't write my music. I haven't wrote anything since 2023. So the reason why I do that is because, like, I like to select the beat first. I have to feel the beat. I have to. I can go acapella, I could do acoustics, but I have to feel the beat first. And depending on what type of feeling that beat gives me versus what's also going on in my personal life, that'll determine like what type of track I'm about to orchestrate. So yeah, I'll find a nice beat, something decent, get the mic, probably scat a little bit, just like how the old schools used to do it. And then eventually I'll say one line, like literally one line, and then I just go from there. Yeah, that's just
That's
one.
interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that. Okay, so would you say that you are like punching in?
Pretty much.
Okay, that's different. All
Yeah.
right, I couldn't hear it in the song, so that's you know typically for me when I hear like punch rappers, you can kind of hear the punches.
Right,
It still be hard to the beat.
right. Right,
And
right.
it be like, oh, okay, he was in there knocking
Mm-hmm.
them out. All right, that's what's up. I don't know how you make it flow so well punching in your R&B song, so that's dope. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's you or your engineer, but y'all doing that quite well.
Oh, trust me,
Yeah.
man. Hey, I tell everybody this is a team sport. This a lot of people don't know music is a team sport. So if you got the right people in your corner, it's a lot of things that can be done. You just gotta put the pieces together to do it.
Yeah. So what pieces of the team would you say somebody would need to be, or what pieces of the team do you have? And what piece of the team would you like to add that you feel like can make you grow better?
Okay. So the first thing you need is a slight support system. I say slight support system because certain support isn't always good support. Some people have yes men in their corners. Some people gonna have folks that's just gonna give them half truths. So it's like have someone in your corner that's gonna real life tell you the raw truth. Second, have someone that understands your vision because everybody is not gonna understand your vision. Whether that's parents, aunties, uncles, that's just usually how it goes with anything. And thirdly, and I know a lot of people ain't gonna have it, but a good woman in your corner. I'm not gonna lie, like I would suggest that. Like I said, everybody's situation is different, but like a loving woman in your corner, man, that could really like change a lot. It really can because your decisions become a lot more logical, and you also like have her in your ear, hopefully saying good things. You know, but those are just the bits and pieces.
Okay, I like that. So, Mr. R&B,
Mm-hmm.
are you currently you got all three steps of your 3 steps to grow as an R&B artist?
Yes.
Okay, that's solid, man. So, with that, what are your plans for the next year, or where would you like to be in the next year based on what you got planned?
What would I like to be? Man, I really would like to be in a position to where I'm changing lives with what I'm doing. Not even just with my music, just overall with who I am. and the people around me and the people that may come around me in the future. Like with me, when it comes down to making music, I never just look at it as a way to get me away from here. Like, of course, that's the goal. The goal is to always make it to the top, but I also want to make sure I'm at least leaving the right type of message in people's minds. Because your image and the message you leave is really gonna it's never gonna leave away from you, you know. So that's mainly the goal, man. I just want to real life change lives, bro. Like just change lives.
No, for sure. So, performance question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it comes to performing, I know R&B, new R&B. You know, you got people like I guess Chris Brown could fall into that ish, depending on what era it is.
Absolutely.
That dance and move around a lot. Whereas you got the R&B that was you gonna hear my voice and
Right.
that's gonna do what need to be done.
Right.
Where would you say you would look to fall in that range of performing artists?
Well, okay. I can dance actually, but I know you not finna see me on stage doing no backflips, no twisters, no cartwheels. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm interacting with the crowd in the correct way though, because they're the pinnacle of what I'm doing. Without the fans, I'm nothing. Without the people taking in what I'm putting out, KashTheArtist is nobody. So yeah, I feel like I'd rather just interact with the people, let them hear what they came to hear. You know, if I feel like busting a little 1-2, I might, but it's just 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna really see me doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have the rain shower come out from the
Uh,
stage pit.
okay, now that right there, maybe. If I'm feeling like genuine, maybe so. It all depends.
Oh man, I feel like if we had more rain showers, bro, R&B might be able to. Do you feel like R&B can regain its? You said the golden days have passed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like at any point true R&B come back around to be a focal point of music?
Definitely. It's just about effort. Like I said, look at all this effort being put into hip hop. You turn your TV on, your favorite artist is being endorsed by Sprite or being endorsed by a cereal brand or something. It's just effort, man. Like I feel like people haven't fought for the genre as much as they should.
Hmm.
Because you got guys out here like Eric Bellinger, Leon Thomas, Lucky Day, great voices, wrote for some of the biggest names in the game, but it's just not a lot of effort being put into pushing the genre. You know, I mean, hip hop is thrown in your face 24/7. You turn on TikTok right now, you are bound to hear at least 3 songs that you heard over and over and over again. You go on 94.1, you're gonna hear Drake, you're gonna hear Bruno Mars, you're gonna hear Chris Brown. But at the same time, it's just not being pushed properly.
So do you feel like Eric Bellinger, the Tillers, the Lucky Days are authentic hip hop, or do you feel like
Definitely. I mean, everybody is authentic in their own right. It's just
I
like
mean not hip hop, but my bad.
yeah. It's all
Yeah.
good. Yeah, everybody is authentic in their own right. It's just like it's not being put into the spotlight like it should. And I feel like if that same effort that rappers have been given was given to R&B, then yeah, I mean, really so far, it look like Brent Fayez is about the only one that's kind of in the
Getting
spotlight slightly, but it's still just not as deep as like a NBA young boy
hmm
or like any type of other rapper that you normally hear on a day-to-day basis.
I follow you. So um I don't know. Cause like I rock with Lucky Day, I rock with Sir,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But that don't necessarily give me the what was that, the Trey Songz Anticipation
Mm-hmm.
albums, the
Right.
after that we kinda gotta go all the way back to the
Mm-hmm.
old school. That's the kind of most recent one I could that's really like you gonna put this on and this is gonna vibe you through kind of ordeal.
Right. Right.
Like so yeah, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
personally. Cause like I like the lane.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's stuff to ride to,
Right.
but I'm gonna have to go to another playlist later.
Right.
You
Right.
know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying?
I feel you. I feel you. And like I said, that's just a matter of effort. Because if you just pay attention to what's being played nowadays, everything is about trends.
Mm.
Trends run the world now. TikTok, Instagram, the internet trends that run the world. So it's like R&B has just never truly been a trend in its own right because the golden age is past. And now like the rapper age, the Gen Z, whatever you want to call it, the Gen Z, that's a part of their golden age right now, currently.
Mm-hmm.
So really all it takes is just for the right minds to come together within some type of space, I guess, and just make something authentic, man. Like just make something where you can sit back and be like, bro. Like, cause when was the last time you just heard a track, a R&B track to be specific, that just had you like,
This joint crazy.
yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, I hadn't. That's why I say it kind of go like they dope to ride to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and especially if you got a trip, man, you put them on, you gonna cruise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's kind of like a Wale lane too to me, and I don't feel like Wale was just R&B.
Yeah.
It was more poetic. I don't know the title for it, but
Right.
it's a poetic vibe, and it's
Right.
gonna.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. It's an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool, man. So Pike County, you know, are you looking to do anything in Pike County with your artistries and music videos, or do you try to like get different backgrounds and looks for your videos?
Fun fact. I currently have no music videos out. Like I've been doing music for 4 years and I have not shot a video, but it's in the making. It's in the making, coming soon. Just like my brother back here said, it's coming soon. And as far as like things for Pike County, I was having a conversation with my boy PJ 2 times. He's from Pike County, Mississippi, and he's in Texas right now. He's actually buzzing. Shout out to him. We was having a conversation about setting something up for artists around the way to come participate in, also including myself. It's just the thing about where I come from. I wish we would like come together instead of like making everything a competition. Because we're all in a space to where nobody's watching us. Nobody's looking for us. We have to go out there and get it. But if we are willing to come together to where they have no choice but to watch us, then I feel like the results would be way better.
No, that's a good point because I tell everybody, even if we look at what Memphis got going on, well, nobody checking for Memphis a few years back.
Right.
You know, but it helped that they got Yo Gotti. But once people start pulling from Memphis, everybody's eyes went to Memphis.
Right.
You know, and that's why they was able to do their thing from Detroit. You know, once T Grizzly song went, and then everybody was like, "Oh, what else they got there?"
Right, exactly.
You know, and I watched Detroit go from fighting to collaborating. Real.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, it's just a matter of really building some type of coalition and making something out of it.
No, definitely, man. So, well, let me know, man. I'd love to be able to help with that. That sounds like something that can be done. I always feel like collaboration is the best thing that can be done statewide, honestly. We got a lot of people in the state, in the industry. Well, from the state, in the industry.
Facts.
And I feel like if the state can come together, then that'll open up either their eyes or their arms to reach back and pull people up and through.
Right.
And once you know that, just like in sports, man, once that recruiting circuit is open, man, somebody gonna go continuously.
It's gonna be an endless loop of people constantly coming in the game and changing it or either making it better.
Yep, man. So, okay, back to R&B. I had skipped past this when you brought it up. So, authentic R&B era, to today. Who would you feel like is your GOAT or some people that you look at as, if not influence, but people that did great in their craft, and why?
Okay. Can I do a top 5?
Yeah.
All right. This is in no order. Right? Stevie Wonder. Mary J. Blige. Christopher Williams.
Tell me more about Christopher Williams.
Well, okay, so I grew up around a lot of old folks. I'm just be honest with you. I'm 21 years old, but I grew up around like grandmama now. You know, my mama, she's 50. So Christopher Williams, he's one of those artists from back in the day. Like you hear his voice is powerful. Like you know how Johnny Gill gets on the track and just gets to, Christopher Williams is like that.
Okay.
Like I said, I learned about him through my mom. Just listening to his song "Dreaming." man, it hits different. Like,
Okay.
you can just sit in a certain area, hear his voice, and he'll just be like, man, that man really passionate about what he's talking about. But back to the top five, man, it's a tough one for the last spot, but
You got two more.
two more, okay, two more. All right, Jamie Foxx
Mm.
for sure. And for my last spot, I want to say Mike, but I don't consider Michael R&B.
Okay.
It's controversial.
Yeah.
R. Kelly.
I don't feel like it's controversial.
R.
I'm gonna
Kelly.
be honest, cause I be listening to like 1 hour chill vibes of artists,
Mm-hmm.
and I put on R. Kelly's, and I said, bro,
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
it made me rethink when everybody was talking about some R. Kelly and Chris Brown in the verses and all that.
Nah.
Man,
I mean,
I think Kels might have, outside of Michael Jackson, Kels might have the deepest
yeah,
discography of
yeah. Mind you,
just
he
hits
done wrote for Mike
for
before.
right.
He done wrote for Mike before, so it's like, bro, how can you even? And I was watching this reel the other day. Shout out this page RnB only. They were all asking like different influencers, like, who do you think is the king of R&B? Everybody was saying Usher. Shout out to Usher. No knock to him. Everybody was saying different names, but we didn't hear the name that we know is the
Yeah,
king.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ain't nobody really. I mean, cause I think it was 22 songs on
Mm-hmm.
that 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
uh mix, and
And I guarantee you did not skip past
didn't
one.
miss one.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I definitely skipped a couple Chris Brown songs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I got 22 straight.
Mm.
Usher, don't know if I got 22 straight.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure there's more R. Kelly songs that
Yeah.
wasn't in that 22 that still smack.
I
That
mean, people gotta learn to separate personal lives from just what people do for a living. Of course, what he did. I'm not even gonna really touch on that.
yeah,
No pun
but people
intended.
still watch the NFL, and people got
Right.
it's a lot of players. I'm pretty
Right.
sure that didn't come across some situations, and you still a Jets fan.
Right.
So it's like,
What's crazy? I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, and he just came from the Jets. But I'm with Pittsburgh now, so like,
congratulations,
yeah,
man. I feel bad for you. That whole Jets era had to be sad, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
My Jets still
I
hurt.
don't even know. Y'all had Sauce Gardner, so that was a win. But outside of that, I don't know anything that was a highlight over the past 20 years,
Yeah.
21 years. I don't even know how you got that. When did you become a fan?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, all right, so it was new. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
Okay,
Where
all
he
right.
go, I go.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
I'm
you.
just like them LeBron fans. LeBron could go to Orlando. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I'm just using that
Yeah, I
analogy.
got you. Yeah, because I was nervous. I'm like, how did he get to be a Jets fan, bro? Like, what?
No.
Vinny Testaverde? Like, who was
No.
your?
Trust me, I've been with Green Bay for a long time. And then my
Okay,
boy A-Rod dipped out. I said,
you
well,
went with him.
coming with you.
All
You
right.
know what I'm
Yeah, I'm glad you got your wish in the Jets, man. I hate for you to go through that. But
saying?
man, anything you want to leave the people with, and then you can close out with your socials.
Okay. Check out my latest EP, Me, Myself, and My Thoughts. I mean, the title speaks for itself. It was really just a process of me explaining different phases of what I was currently going through at those times, from the first song to the last. I mean, it's an EP, so it's not a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a lot. And yeah, man, shout out to all the people from Pike County who's been grinding. Shout out to Anti AJ, a real dope rapper. I'm talking about the dopest of the dope. Good with wordplay,
Okay.
good with speaking on the track, man. That kid, he got a lot of talent. Shout out Love Hate Kobe. That man is an orchestrator, you know what I'm saying? He's been making moves, man. That dude is a great mind. Like, a lot of people don't know, it's a lot of great minds where I come from. It's just nobody wants to push each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's always self-centered and all that. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to people who don't like what I do, people who like what I do, you know, girls that I've had. Shout out to them.
Be careful now.
Yeah. Shout out my lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean no harm by what I was saying a while ago. Just talking noise. But yeah, man. This is the start of something real big, man. And shout out to you as well, bro, for
Nah,
really
for sure, man.
creating this platform for a lot of people that's trying to get their names out. Because like I said, where we come from, specifically where I come from, because like, I've seen a lot of rappers, artists come and go in Pike County, man, either from street mess or just overall just giving up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the fact that you're like allowing yourself to get these guys in here and let them speak on their stories and tell everything they need to tell, man. You doing something big, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
No problem.
Shout out to you. We gonna get some music videos from them soon, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hold them accountable for that.
Right.
Y'all make sure y'all go listen to the music, man. And great stuff to ride to. You feel me? Just like that. We out. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow them, all that good stuff.